Welcome to the Warrior Stance, your go-to spot for fighting sports. Today, we're unlocking the field of wrestling, covering its iconic history, exploring its Olympic roots, delving into the rules and basic techniques, venturing into the realms of Greco-Roman versus Freestyle wrestling, and the wild entertainment of WWE and Lucha Libre. All right, let's throw it back to the roots of wrestling. It's a journey that takes us through time, from ancient Greece to the modern Olympic stage. Wrestling has a history that's as rich as the tapestry of the Olympic Games itself. In the ancient Olympic Games, wrestling wasn't just a sport, it was a cornerstone, dating back to 708 BCE. There were no mats, no clothes, just two competitors on a sandy floor, fighting for victory. It was raw, it was intense, and it was a celebration of strength and skill. As the Olympics evolved over the centuries, so did wrestling. The Romans were enthusiastic about the sport, adopting it from the Greeks and adding their own twists. Fast forward to the 19th century, and we see the birth of modern Olympic wrestling, aligning itself with the ethos of fair play and competition. Wrestling became a base of the modern Olympic Games in 1896, and from there, it's been a relentless showcase of prowess and tenacity. Wrestlers like Frank Gotch and George Hackenschmidt became legendary names in the early 20th century, laying the groundwork for the stars of today. But wrestling's Olympic journey wasn't always smooth. In 2013, the International Olympic Committee dropped wrestling from the list of core sports, sending shockwaves through the wrestling community. However, the collective passion of wrestlers and fans worldwide fought back, and in a triumph for the sport, wrestling was reinstated for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. So, here we are, with wrestling continuing to be a highlight of the Olympic Games, showcasing not only physical strength, but also the spirit of competition that has transcended millennia. Wrestling's journey from the sands of ancient Greece to the grandeur of the modern Olympic arena is truly a testament to its iconic status in the world of sports. Now, let's step onto the mat and get down to the rules and basic techniques that make wrestling the thrilling sport that it is. Whether you're a seasoned wrestler or a curious spectator, understanding the rules is key to appreciating the action. First up, let's talk about scoring. Wrestling matches are won by accumulating points, and points are awarded for various actions. A takedown, for example, where a wrestler takes his opponent from a standing position to the mat, earns points. Escapes, reversals, and exposures also contribute to the score. And, of course, there's the best of them all, the pin. Pinning your opponent's shoulders to the mat for a 2-second period results in an instant victory. Now, let's delve into the techniques that wrestlers employ on the mat. The takedown is the goal of wrestling, involving maneuvers like single-leg takedowns, double-leg takedowns, and throws. It's the art of seizing control and bringing your opponent to the ground. Think of it as a strategic chess match, with each move designed to outmaneuver and gain an advantage. Escapes and reversals are the defense acts of wrestling, when a wrestler successfully breaks free from their opponent's hold or counterattacks a move. Escaping from an opponent's control or executing a reversal on top of or behind can be the turning point in a match. It's about finesse, timing, and the ability to seize an opportunity when it presents itself. Then, let's talk about the clinch, which is the close quarters combat that separates the amateurs from the pros. Clinching involves grabbing your opponent's collar, controlling their upper body, manipulating their posture, and setting up potential scoring opportunities. It's where the strength, technique, and mental fortitude of a wrestler truly shine. Understanding these rules and techniques is like deciphering the language of wrestling. The more you grasp, the more you appreciate the intricacies of the sport. So, whether you're cheering from the stands or gearing up for your own match, keep an eye out for those takedowns, escapes, and reversals. They're the building blocks of every wrestling match. Alright, it's time for a showdown between the two main styles, Greco-Roman wrestling and Freestyle wrestling. While both share the same foundation, they each bring their unique flair to the mat. Let's break down the distinctions between these two dynamic wrestling styles. First up, we have Greco-Roman wrestling, a style that limits holds and attacks to the upper body. Named after the ancient Greeks and the Romans, this style emphasizes throws, clinches, and lifts, all executed from the standing position. A combination of powerful suplexes and breathtaking throws. It's a mix of strength and technique. The absence of leg attacks in Greco-Roman wrestling adds a layer of complexity, requiring wrestlers to rely on upper body mastery and strategic positioning. Now, let's shift to freestyle wrestling, the more dynamic and versatile counterpart. In freestyle, wrestlers can attack both the upper and lower body, opening the door to a wider array of techniques. This style encourages a faster pace, with athletes utilizing takedowns, throws, and mat work to score points. Freestyle is the style most commonly practiced in international competitions, including the Olympics, showcasing the sport's global appeal. Both Greco-Roman and freestyle wrestling demand exceptional athleticism, strength, and strategy. Greco-Roman highlights the art of the upper body, creating a chess match of throws and counters. Freestyle, on the other hand, is freewheeling and fast-paced, where wrestlers exploit opportunities from head to toe. The distinction between the two styles becomes even more apparent in their origins. Greco-Roman wrestling roots back to ancient times, paying homage to classical wrestling techniques. Freestyle, a more modern invention, evolved to encompass a broader range of tactics, reflecting the ever-changing nature of the sport. While each style has its champions and devotees, both contribute to the world of wrestling. Greco-Roman and freestyle wrestling showcase the diversity within the sport, proving that whether you're a fan of classical throws or modern mat mastery, there's a wrestling style for everyone. So, the next time you're watching a wrestling match, appreciate the nuances of these distinct styles, and let the game begin on the global wrestling stage. Now that we've explored the disciplined world of Olympic wrestling, it's time to step into the realm of entertainment, where the mat leaves its place to the spectacle of the ring, WWE professional catch wrestling, and the vibrant world of Lucha Libre. Get ready for a roller coaster ride of drama, athleticism, and larger-than-life characters. First on our entertainment extravaganza is WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. WWE takes the raw athleticism of wrestling and amplifies it to create a unique blend of sports and entertainment. It's not just about the matches, it's about the storytelling, the rivalries, and the unforgettable moments that unfold inside and outside the ring. WWE features charismatic superstars who transcend the sport, becoming household names such as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Ric Flair, The Undertaker, and the almighty Hulk Hogan. From the electrifying entrances to the show-stopping finishing moves, every aspect of WWE is carefully crafted for maximum impact. It's a scripted drama where the athleticism is real, but the narratives are a fusion of sports and theatrical performance. And then there's Lucha Libre. It is the Mexican art form that adds a dash of spice to professional wrestling. Lucha Libre is known for its colorful masks, high-flying acrobatics, and a sense of theatrics that is second to none. The luchadors become living superheroes, concealing their identities behind vibrant masks, adding an element of mystique to each bout. Lucha Libre bouts are a feast for the eyes, with acrobatic flips, daring dives, and lightning-fast sequences that keep fans on the edge of their seats. The fast-paced nature of Lucha Libre has influenced pro wrestling styles worldwide, injecting a sense of excitement and unpredictability into the sport. What both WWE and Lucha Libre have in common is their commitment to entertaining the audience. The storytelling in WWE, complete with intense rivalries, unexpected twists, and grand spectacles, keeps fans hooked week after week. In Lucha Libre, it's the combination of athleticism and showmanship that transforms every match into a breathtaking performance. These entertainment-centric branches of wrestling have played a crucial role in popularizing the sport on a global scale. They've introduced wrestling to audiences who might not have been drawn to the traditional Olympic style, proving that, at its core, wrestling is not just a sport, it's a form of captivating, adrenaline-fueled entertainment. So, whether you're cheering for your favorite WWE superstar or marveling at the high-flying antics of Lucha Libre, one thing is for sure. Professional wrestling's ability to blend athleticism and entertainment is a winning formula that continues to captivate audiences worldwide. And there you have it. We've explored the iconic history of wrestling from its Olympic origins, learned the rules and basic techniques, dived into the distinctions between Greco-Roman and freestyle, and experienced the spectacle of WWE and Lucha Libre. If you're as pumped as I am, hit that like button, subscribe for more fighting sports goodness, and ring that notification bell. Thanks for joining us on the Warrior Stance. Keep the pins tight, and I'll catch you in our next video. Until next time.